Hey, I'm Zach,
Hey, I'm Jesse.
and we're at Big Bang Toys, Comics, and Games, here to talk about
Magic the Gathering.
Magic the Gathering.
There's a new segment called Big Bang Talks Magic. It's going to be a weekly, every Thursday.
Every Thursday, we're going to be dropping a new video. We're going to be talking about top 8 decks that are doing well, interesting new brews, cards of the week, cool new product and events coming up, and just anything Magic that we think is cool to talk about.
Blank.
Blank.
I'm
Okay,
running blank.
so we're going to move on to our first segment. We're new at this, but we don't even have to edit that out. We'll roll with it. We're going to start with card of the week, and what is our card of the week,
My
Jesse?
card of the week is one of my favorite cards out in Standard right now. It's Butcher the Horde. I know it's a weird card to have as your favorite. It's my favorite. You know why? 5 damage, flying over the face every time if you have a token out.
I'm not much of a red player. I like it. I see the appeal of the card. It's cool.
It has options. That's my favorite part about it.
Yeah, it is a really strong card in standard. You can give it lifelink and haste.
And Vigilance. if
And,
you want to.
and vigilance.
It fits really well into the Mardu Ascendancy deck, making tokens to sacrifice. Even if you have Bremas in your deck, sacrifice those cat tokens.
It's definitely a big threat right now, and I see a lot of bigger decks playing it. It doesn't really fit my play style. I think it's a really solid card, and we're going to be seeing a lot of it for the rest of the con standard, just because so many big decks are playing it. And speaking of big decks, we're going to roll right on through to decks that are top 8ing right now.
One deck that's playing Butcher the Horde right now is Mardu Midrange.
Right.
And it top 8 is, which event was it?
I don't know. We looked at basically what we did is we looked at top 8ing decks for the past big events for the past 3 weeks, and whether it be SCG dailies or MTGO or random Grand Prix off somewhere, we just looked at a bunch of decks and kind of took what we were seeing a lot of or something that kind of stuck out as interesting. So, like you said, we're starting with Mario midrange, and
Big part of that is Bremas going out, right? And you got to get all your threats out, and pretty much just swing as much as possible. You have your instants and your sorceries like
Straightforward.
What is there? Valorous Stance. One of my favorite instants right now is Valorous Stance.
What's it do?
It's got the 2 modes on it. You can either destroy target creature with power 4 or greater, or you can get your creature indestructible for the turn.
And that's mono white.
Yep, one drop white.
I like
no,
it.
two drop
Yeah,
white. One colorless.
I definitely dig that, and that can also fit into like Abzan decks or Jeskai even. There's a lot of decks that
It
can fit
triggers
in.
prowess.
Triggers prowess. It's good.
So it's not die to remove.
Doesn't die to removal.
Mainly because it's not a creature.
It's an instant. Does not die to removal. But
It does die to counters.
seems like a strictly good card. Definitely play it in almost any deck that can run white that you have creatures in.
Any Mardu, Boros.
Like you said with Mardu midrange, what I'm seeing a lot of people build it with is Goblin Rabblemaster, Storm Breath Dragon, Butcher of the Horde, and Bremas, and Seeker of the Way.
MVPs.
Basically, there's not much to it other than you build the deck to swing fast, put a bunch of threats on board. You can sacrifice cat tokens or goblin tokens for your Butcher of the Horde, and then just it's a threat. And then, beside that, it's got a bunch of Lightning Strike or
So you're
Horde
gonna
Outburst.
board, so you can swing through with your Rabblemaster, because everyone loves swinging with a Rabblemaster when you have all those tokens.
Yeah, just doing a lot of damage real fast.
Literally the most satisfying thing for a red player.
I can see that. I don't play a lot of red. I'm a black guy myself. I'm a large black man. But moving on. Moving on, staying in the same red-white vein, Boros Aggro has been doing really well recently. It's pretty much the same deal without the...
Is it like Jeskai Ascendancy without the blue? Is that the Boros Aggro we're talking about?
Sure. I don't know. The deck I saw that I was kind of thinking about was pretty much Marty midrange, but faster. Plays Goblin Rabblemaster, plays a lot of spells, plays Seeker of the Way,
Cuts the black for speed.
and Monastery Mentor? Monastery Mystic?
Monastery Mentor.
Monastery Mentor. Dude.
Soulfire Grandmaster is in there?
No, it wasn't Mentor, it was Swift Spear.
Yeah.
Monastery Swift Spear. Fast red dude, hasty. Anyways, bunch of hasty red creatures, swinging fast, swinging hard. It's a threat.
It's what you think Boros is. It's
Yeah.
just an army of low drops that get out there and swing as an army.
And aggro is huge right now with Abzan aggro, Jeskai aggro, blue-white aggro. The format right now in standard is fantastic just because there's so much variety, whether
Right.
you're just playing all these different colors of aggro, or there's the really strong control decks like Blue Black,
Sultai.
Abzan, Sultai Control. There's a lot of really cool deck choices right now, which leads into our next one, which is Devotion to Green, which red green.
This is
Devotion,
actually a red green deck.
Yeah, it's a red green deck, mainly going by Devotion to Green. You know, red green Devotion is a huge thing in Theros block and Return to Ravnica, just because then it goes without people want to play their big creatures and heavy rule stuff. Basically, the deck is going to be playing Kalukronos and Whisperwood Elemental. It's actually
Whisperwood is a new card from Fate.
It's a new card from Fates. It's actually kind of like a weird star in this deck because it really clogs up the board with a bunch of 2/2 manifest dudes, and eventually you're going to manifest something big like a Kalukronos or a Stormbreath Dragon or something stupid like that, which is going to be an immediate threat on the board, while also being that 2/2 thing. Plus, it's 2 Devotion to Green, so whenever you're dropping those Nykthos, because Nykthos heavy decks are all of a sudden there.
Yeah, there's a ton of them.
Yeah, a ton of Nykthos decks, and I think the green-red Devotion's a solid way to go with it, just because there's so many good, big old green-red creatures right now, and there's nothing like playing a big stompy dude to stomp.
To intimidate. No pun intended.
Yeah. No, there's not Intimidate in Standard, but...
Alright. So those are our 3 decks that we're highlighting this week.
Yeah, that's it. We just want to kind of talk about some decks that we thought were cool. Upcoming stuff. The upcoming stuff. That's the next segment, is upcoming stuff.
Upcoming stuff.
We're going to start over. Upcoming stuff. Edit in nice words right here. But,
let's talk about Elspeth and Kiora.
Elspeth and Kiora is a noodle deck being printed soon with actually a lot of writing cards.
Deck?
The noodle deck? Noodle deck. But it's coming out soon. It's got it features Elspeth and Kiora, obviously based on the name, but it's got cards that actually reach back to Invasion and Odyssey block. There's a lot of really old stuff and interesting stuff that I didn't really expect to see. I was expecting a lot of Theros, which there is, but also really heavy in those older sets that they're kind of throwing back to. But the art on both of them are sweet, I think. Have you seen them?
Yeah. I love seeing Elspeth reprinted. I know if you have them, you don't, but that means white. Even Mardu is gonna see more Elspeths with those tokens to make to sack for Witcher. Going back to card of the week, by the way. The art is pretty nice. I like it.
Yeah, I like the art, and both cards needed to see a price drop, which they already are now that the deck has been spoiled that's being reprinted. But they both were getting a little high and need to drop, and it's good to see that. It'll be good to see them getting some extra play before they rotate out later this year. And that comes out in what, April, I think?
Yeah, April
number.
Probably the second week of April.
I'll definitely have it in this general area.
And I was probably
update
wrong.
The video. He was probably wrong. But
let's talk about oranges. Oranges.
Let's talk about oranges.
Oranges.
I really like OJ. Some orange juice is good.
But while we're talking about
oranges,
oranges, how about we talk about Origins?
Origins. MTG Origins is the summer set for Magic that they announced.
There's no Johnny in this one.
No Johnny.
All the Planeswalkers are going back to the very first ones, right?
Yeah, I think they're going back to the Lore 1.5, which are going to hold a big impacting
impact,
and a big role in the new big overarching story that Magic's trying to tell for the next little bit. Yeah, that means we got Jace, Liliana, Nissa, Garrick, maybe.
I forget who the white guy is.
Johnny?
No, it's
Johnny.
a human.
Gideon.
Yeah.
And they're kind of going back to those guys and kind of just exploring where they came from, their origins, more so than in the novels where they kind of touched on all of that. But it looks like they're kind of trying to throw back to more of a storytelling part of Magic, which is kind of something they've somewhat neglected. They've had the mini novels and stuff, but I think it'll be interesting to see a whole set based on character development for these Planeswalkers that everybody knows and loves already.
Yeah. And they're calling this the summer set. It's coming out in July.
Yeah.
We'll have the date here as well. I'm not even gonna guess on that one.
Yeah, I'll put it up in this area.
Alright, let's see here. Anything else you want to talk about with Origins?
Origins, there's not really much out. I don't really have much to say about it, but we'll definitely have more of that closer to the date that it comes out. And last thing, they just split up recently.
I have not done any research on. I'm gonna be honest here. From
Absolutely
the Vault
none.
Angels.
From the Vault Angels. It's gonna have angels in it.
I assume so.
They haven't really spoiled much of this at all. Like I said, this was just released the other day, but they have announced the set symbol, which is a cool little V with wings on it.
Set symbol,
from the
the
Vault
Origin set symbol. Did you see this origin set symbol? It's
No.
pretty nice. It's right here. It's the Planeswalker symbol going over a horizon, you know, and it's a circle. It looks pretty cool. It kind of looks like a sun, but if you look at it closely, it's the Planeswalker symbol coming over a horizon.
That's really cool. See, I didn't know that. But I'll put that up here too. But from the World Angels is where we were. Like that, they haven't spoiled a lot. I would definitely like to see some like nice foily printed Archangel Athune, because I got into Magic around the time that card was printed, and it's just one of my favorite cards of all time.
Do you think Resolute's gonna be in there?
Resolute Archangel I probably can't see. They're probably gonna go for more like probably a Chroma. I can see a Chroma getting reprinted, or the old Avacyn maybe.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Some of those like bigger name angels.
The
Definitely.
Boros Angels. You think? Aurelia. Is she-
Aurelia, she could, but it's so recent, I doubt it.
Yeah.
Which, you know, M14 was just as recent with Archangel Athene, and I just love that card.
Yeah.
Played it in Brave Sheep, one of my favorite Magic decks of all time. But that's all we really have for new stuff coming out. And before we wrap up, we're gonna talk about some upcoming events we have here at the store. This Friday at 4, we're gonna be doing Tiny Leaders, which
completely
is
free.
completely free. F&M, 4 p.m. Tiny Leaders is a new format. It's kind of up and coming. It's pretty
I
much
love it.
Commander, but 50 cards, and converted mana cost cap of 3. So it's really price friendly if you don't want to get too crazy with it. And there's a lot of really interesting decks like Animar Storm. I'm playing a black-white sacrifice deck. It's kind of like a graveyard deck, but I don't really know what to say. It's Aetherios is my commander, and I'm really excited about it. I'm super stoked about this
That's
event.
vicious.
I'll be playing in it. I'm stoked about it, and
I
that's
still gotta build my deck.
this Friday at 4, totally free. And if you play in both of our FNMs, you will get an Ugin's Fate pack from the pre-release, and those are awesome.
Those are.
Yeah,
Worth
you,
some money.
yeah,
too.
you can get some money out of it. You know, it's definitely an incentive to play here.
I'll have a list of all the tiny leaders you can use in your deck down here in the comments. It's got the price for all of them, and we'll probably have them here. You can come hit us up, and we'll look for them with
Yeah,
you.
just drop us a call. We'll look up in the case for it. But you know, back to FNM. We'll also be having a standard FNM at 7 p.m.
Which has a $5 entry fee on it,
$5 entry, but we're guaranteeing $100 in store credit
even if 20
to the
don't show up.
winners. You know, if we have more than 20 people, we'll be giving back,
Whatever exceeds that amount.
yeah, whatever exceeds. So if we get 21 people, we'll be giving out $105 store credit. If we get 22, 110, so forth.
If we get 10 people, $100. If we get 12 people, $100.
And if you play in either of these events, you will also get a 20% off discount on any Magic singles you buy that day, which is a
Any
pretty
single.
cool thing.
Think of all the possibilities.
Two other events. The PPTQ coming up March 7th. You know, Pro Tour qualifier. You know, pre-Pro Tour qualifier. I'm sorry. Qualify yourself to be qualified for the Pro Tour.
A lot of qualifications. Are you a koala bear?
I'm not a koala bear,
No.
but
You got all the right qualifications.
no. But you know, so that's interesting. It's coming up.
We got the IQ coming up.
Giving
as well.
away $200. Well, before we get to the IQ, we'll talk
Okay.
about some prizes. Giving away $200 at the PPTQ, cash to the prize, first place. If we get enough people, we're getting out some other stuff. The sweet book promo Jace, which is like
That one is
$150.
nice.
Yeah. We'll be giving away one of those if we get enough people. Box of Fates Reforged. Lot of, dual deck anthologies if we get enough people. You know, we're a lot of cool stuff if we get people for it. So that's coming up March 7th.
We just want to give back to all the players who support us, support you as well.
Word. And we'll have some details about that on our Facebook page and below in the comments, which we'll link to it and stuff. Now, like you were saying, IQ coming up on February 28th.
Hey, check out this sign.
Hey,
We have a sign down here on the Magic case.
Yep, if you're in the store, check that out. But yeah, like I said,
$30 fee. It starts at 11 in the morning. It's early for me.
early for me too. I'm gonna let you talk about the IQ.
Alright, so, let's see here. If you get first place, you get $250 cash and you get your qualification. Qualifications, I love koalas, you know how that goes. Second, gets 24 packs of Fate, which, you know, is the new set. We all need those new cards. Pack fresh. Third and fourth also get 12 packs each. So that's another 24. Is this a whole box? 2 boxes we're giving away here?
Yes, yeah. Well, right now we're just giving away one box. We may be giving away a second box if we get a lot of people.
Okay, yeah.
Um,
And then the top 8 gets their playmat
top 8 gets a playmat. It'll
and
be
a pin.
months of premium for Star City Games. It's your standard stuff. Prizes are actually on our website. It's on their website. You know,
We
nothing out of the
do
ordinary.
ask that you have your deck list prepared before 11 a.m. so that we can get the event started and rolling and everybody out on time. It's going to be a long event.
Yeah, it's gonna be, you know, hours and hours, tons of fun. But that's the IQ, and that should be everything. So now we're just gonna wrap it up. All right.
We'll see you next Thursday.
Yeah, we'll be doing another one of these next Thursday, talking about some other cards of the week, other upcoming decks, other cool stuff. Please stay with us. Like us on Facebook if you want to see more of these videos. Drop us a comment, let us know. And that's it.
Stay classy, Planeswalkers.
Planeswalkers.